Oh, what is up, party people? Today is day 21, so we're back round to competition squats. I think today is like a 280 plus squat, a 285 kilo squat, so it's getting heavier. This should be around like a 7.5 to an 8. I've been working on some internal tibia rotation drills. Basically, for those of you that don't know what that is, your upper leg is your femur and your shin is made up of a few bones. One of them is your tibia. Basically, the knee pain that I've been having, I did some research into, and I believe it is where I am quite an externally rotated hipped individual, whether it's through sumo or my time in squats. But basically, over time, your tibia should basically rotate with your femur. However, if my tibia is stuck externally rotated and then my femur tries to go internally rotated, what happens is they clash on the inside. And I think that is the pain I have felt on the inside of my left knee when squatting. So I've been doing some tibia rotation. I did my first one yesterday, and the snap, crackle, and pop that my knee made some positive noises, and it did feel better, to be fair. So we've got our 285 squat today. Then we'll drop down to like a 240, 245, 250 squat for a quad at 6. And then we've got another 3 sets of that. Larsen touch and go, we're going to be looking at like a 212.5 touch and go for Larsen, which should be all good. Then we got front foot elevated twist squats, which will help with that internal hip rotation, especially the capsule. Incline alternating dumbbell bench, just to keep the chest relatively healthy, help with the external shoulder rotation. And then pull-ups, and I've got V-bar pushdowns here, but I think I'm going to be doing the like cable overhead, or I might do V-bar just to try and save the long head for 6 count pause bench tomorrow, which I like the sound of slightly more, to be honest. So I've got those. The goal of today is just to hit that top single squat and hit it well. Besides that, I think everything else is okay. My weekend was good. I've had a nice bit of time to relax. I've just joined the coaching committee for my federation, so hopefully, if you're a part of British powerlifting, we're going to see some actual good change and some people who shouldn't be in the sport being removed from it, which will be nice. But besides all of that, it's time to go hit some squats and hopefully hit them well. I'll see you in there. Catch. So 285's loaded on the bar, and I think the most important thing for me in this is going to be a case of, like, the form feels great and I'm hitting depth. I can see why Jesus Olivier shakes a lot when he walks out, and then the squat's really easy, because that's what I've had with this, you know, half the weight of what he does. But I'll be walking out with it and I'll be like, Jesus Christ, this is heavy. And then I set and I squat and it's easy. So hopefully I can do the same with 285. 270 flew. So 285 next. I'm getting a 3-man squat for this. 5 guys minus 2, you know. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, bro.
Well, that moved awesome. That was one of those where I got to the bottom of the squat and I was like, oh crap, I'm supposed to stand back up with this now. And I just did. I feel stable, I feel confident, and that feels light. Like, yeah, it is a nice feeling to have a squat that works, Jesus Christ. So, thank you Simon, thank you for Sean, thank you for Luke. These guys spotted me, and I appreciate that greatly. But we got the back downs now, so we got that, let's go. That moved alright. The biggest issue with that set was the bar was sliding down my back, which meant I couldn't set my core nicely, hence the poor depth I'm assured on like rep 1 and 2. It still like moves, but oh, that 285 moved better. And to be fair, not even mad about it. Much rather that top set moves better than these back offs. But I've now got a 7% drop because we're tapering this block. And then next week we'll start dropping back off sets down to week 1. I might drop a back off set today as well, actually, make it 2 back offs instead of 3 with a 7% drop. So that would be 2, 4, 5, 7%, 14, 4, another 2, 1, 16. We're dropping down to like 230-ish, I think. Maybe just below 230. Let me double check. Oh, fuck. That's all right, man. Anytime you need to use it, let me know. Whew. So my maths was right, 230.175, but we're just gonna go 230. Let's go hit that. On the reps you don't push your heels back, you get butt wink because you don't have enough range of motion this way, which is why you're getting kicked into your toes and bent over. So basically here, when you don't set back, you have to make the entire range of motion this. Okay. So what you're doing is this, and then you hit maximal ankle and knee flexion, so then your hips come under and you get the heel lift, which puts you in your toes. Whereas when you step back first, you create that little bit extra room to allow you to then just stay in anterior. So when you don't do that, you get the hip tuck, the heel lift, and you're in your toes. Like rep 1 and 2 or 3, you did it, and the rest you didn't, and it immediately starts in butt wink.
Yeah, okay. So
just be a little bit more diligent. Yeah, you don't even have to lift your toes. Just think, like if I'm here, I'm almost leaning up against the wall here. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. But I I think it was the third rep where I did like do it
Yeah.
slightly more. It did feel a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, because basically, like, we have to have that anterior push, but if we don't give ourselves the ability to hit depth properly with it by giving ourselves posterior engagement, your hips make up for it and you get that rounding.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right, man. No, it's all right. Cheers, Sam. Huh?
Difficult.
All right, well, that moved really, really easy. Yeah, back tension was set nicely, like the suspension effect, which I think is what I'm going to coin the phrase for bench. Like the suspension effect for bench, which is like as you come over, not just setting hard here, but almost letting the weight start to contract everything. And I know the scapular depression is a known fact. I know that has been coined. But what I'm talking about is the actual act of not going through scapular depression in itself, but doing it in a manner that mimics suspension on a car, where you gradually take the weight to allow you to set your chassis, your chest as high as possible. So I'm going to coin that. If it's already been coined, let me know, but I'm going for it. But yeah, like the handoff from Sam was awesome. I set really nicely into my lat to my upper back. Everything felt great. Chest, torso, stayed in external rotation, and it was like a smooth R7. So I've got nothing bad to say about that. I've now got back offs, which is 187.5. So I'm going to load up on the bar and then I'll do that. That moved really well. Felt relatively light. I did feel like my lower trap start to contract to stabilize myself, which I don't really have a major issue with. It is just something I need to be wary of because it adds additional muscle contraction. It felt good though. I've now got 2 back down sets at 5% drop, which would be, call it 190, 5%, 5, 4 kilos, 9 kilos off this. So we'll call it like 177 and a half, round it up to 10. Or might just go down to 180 actually. Simpler math. So I'll see you for that. Yeah. Yeah, that felt alright to be fair. It definitely is just pressing power central though. There's occasions where like I'll keep right shoulder and external, left will go internal, and I'm just like pressing up, but it's only 180, we'll be fine. One more set of this, but I'm going to cut this and I'll see you for accessories, which I think starts with incline dumbbell. So I'll see you for that. So that is day 21 done, and I'm really happy with it. Squat flew. Like that stance I had there was the stance that I used last summer when I was out in Denmark for Riot Power Meets. Shout out the Riot Power Meet lot. And 285 moved as quick then as it did today. And well, it moved quicker today because back then it was a PR, but no, it moved so much quicker today. And I feel really stable, there's no pain, and I feel like really strong, which is really cool. So very, very happy with how that moved. The last press was a joke, so even happier with how that moved. I've got 0 complaints about today, which is really nice. I'm happy with it, I feel strong, I feel good. Tomorrow we've got deadlifts, and I think it's like 312. Could be nasty with this new back tension tip. But I'll talk to you all then. Catch.